Really, we need people to be abiding by the rules that public health has put out. There have been a few questions recently about, well, does that mean I can go for a walk?
Physical distancing is no walk in the park. And although the coronavirus is shrinking everyone's world, certain Canadians are particularly vulnerable to the COVID-19 crisis and the reality of self-isolation. In his daily address, the Prime Minister said Canada's response will reflect that. Trudeau announcing that the United Way will be getting $9 million to help seniors, and the Kids Health Phone will be getting $7.5 million. Their phone number is at the bottom of our screen. Now, Trudeau also taking a moment to address young people directly. Have a listen.
I know these past weeks have been tough. You haven't seen your friends, you're not able to go to school, you've been hunkered down with your parents, and you're watching the world you know change radically. But there are people who can help. Reach out to Kids Help Phone.
The funding will pay for more counselors and volunteers to help kids cope with our new pandemic reality. The Prime Minister's office says as a result of school closures and reduced access to community resources, Kids Help Phone is experiencing increased demand for its 24/7 confidential online telephone and text counseling services across Canada. Ottawa will also boost help to help with checking up on the country's older population and getting them groceries and medication. And the government has pledged more than $200 million for shelters to protect Canadians experiencing family violence and homelessness. Meanwhile, Canada's top Dr. Theresa Tam again stressing the need to stay in what she calls our 2-meter radius bubble. She says even if you're not hearing of any cases in your community, that doesn't mean that they're not there or that you can't be exposed.
Even our most important religious observances, such as Easter and Ramadan, will need to be adapted. I ask all religious leaders to be part of Team Canada's efforts on physical distancing to help us plank the curve of this epidemic.
Tam says this week will be very important to see how physical distancing measures are having an impact.
You're still waiting for your data, but every day we're thinking about, well, what more maybe we should be doing.
That's left some Canadians still asking who can go for a walk outside during a global pandemic.
According to Public Health Canada, you can go for a walk unless you have tested positive for COVID-19, unless you have symptoms of COVID-19, or unless you have returned from overseas.
For City News, I'm Caryn Ceolin.